It happened in less than 5 seconds. No dramatic music, no spotlight, no warning. Just a camera cut, a brief laugh, and a reaction so subtle that most people almost missed it. But once they noticed, they couldn't unsee it. And once they couldn't unsee it, they couldn't stop watching. The Melon Music Awards 2025 were already one of the most anticipated nights of the year. Legends, global icons, record-breaking artists, all seated in the same room. The air felt heavy with expectation. Fans tuned in for the performances, the awards, the speeches. No one expected a single candid moment in the audience to steal attention from the stage itself. Then the camera moved. IT landed on Jennie. She wasn't performing. She wasn't speaking. She was simply sitting there, relaxed, immersed in the atmosphere of the night. And then she laughed. Not a polite smile. Not a staged expression. A genuine, spontaneous laugh that looked like it came from something said or noticed in that exact moment. Her body leaned slightly forward, her expression open, unguarded. For a split second, it felt like the polished world of awards shows cracked just enough to reveal something real. That alone would have been forgettable. But timing is everything. That exact moment, G-Dragon was part of the ongoing segment. His presence has always carried weight. A pioneer, a name that reshaped K-pop. The kind of artist whose mere appearance can change the energy in a room. When viewers saw Jennie laugh during that sequence, curiosity sparked instantly. Was it a reaction to something off camera? A shared industry joke? A lighthearted, harmless moment between artists who understand the same world. There was no audio.
No confirmation.
Just imagination filling the silence. And then the camera shifted again. Lisa. Her reaction was quiet, but powerful. A brief glance. A composed expression. A subtle shift that suggested awareness, not shock. She didn't exaggerate it. She didn't play into it. That restraint is exactly why people couldn't stop replaying the clip. In an industry where reactions are often carefully managed, hers felt natural.
Human.
Real. Social media didn't explode immediately. It simmered. The clip began circulating slowly at first, passed between fans who added captions like, "Did you see that?" and "Wait, rewind." Each replay added tension. Each pause invited a new interpretation. The mystery wasn't what happened. The mystery was what it meant. And here's where the suspense truly locked people in, because nothing about this moment was aggressive. Nothing was disrespectful. Nothing crossed the line. That's what made it safe, yet irresistible. A playful laugh can mean 100 different things. A calm reaction can suggest comfort, confidence, or simply being present. Viewers weren't watching for drama. They were watching to understand. As the ceremony continued, performances grew louder, lights brighter, applause stronger. But online, attention kept drifting back to that one clip.
Fans slowed it down, zoomed in,
compared angles. They weren't looking for scandal. They were looking for context. And the more they searched, the more they stayed. This is the power of micro-suspense. Not knowing keeps people watching longer than knowing ever could. Jennie has always been known for her authenticity. Even under pressure, she rarely hides her emotions completely. That's part of why fans connect with her. Her laugh didn't feel calculated. It felt like something you do sitting next to friends at an event, reacting to the moment, not the cameras. That relatability pulled viewers closer. Lisa's role in this moment made it even stronger. As someone who commands global attention without saying a word, her calm reaction grounded the scene. It reminded viewers that these artists share history, understanding, and mutual respect.
No tensión, no rivalry.
Just coexistence in a high-pressure environment. And G-Dragon, he didn't react at all, which, paradoxically, made the moment louder. Sometimes the absence of reaction speaks volumes. It suggests confidence, experience, and the ability to let moments pass without feeding them. That silence allowed fans to project their own narratives, keeping the conversation alive without crossing into misinformation. Midway through the show, something interesting happened. Viewers who tuned in late stayed longer than expected. Not for the awards list, not for the performances. They stayed because they'd heard about that moment. Retention climbed because curiosity hadn't been satisfied yet. This is where many stories go wrong, but this one didn't. No official source framed it as shade. No headline confirmed conflict. Media coverage stayed careful, using words like playful, unexpected, and viral. That restraint protected the moment. It kept it intriguing without turning it into something it wasn't. If you're still listening right now, notice what's happening. You're not waiting for a twist. You're waiting for understanding. That's intentional. This story doesn't need a shocking ending to be powerful. Its strength lies in subtlety. After the awards ended, the clip didn't disappear. It evolved. International fans joined the discussion. Cultural differences shaped interpretations. Some saw humor. Others saw professionalism. Many simply enjoyed seeing their favorite artists in a candid, unfiltered second. And that's the emotional core of this moment. In a world of rehearsed perfection, authenticity feels rare. When it appears, even briefly, it holds attention far longer than spectacle. A laugh, a glance, a calm reaction. These are the things that linger. Days later, silence remained.
No clarifications. No statements.
And that silence allowed the moment to remain what it always was: open-ended, harmless, and human. Not everything needs to be explained. Some moments are meant to be felt, not defined. Before this ends, remember this. The reason you stayed isn't because of controversy. It's because your brain wanted resolution and your heart recognized something real. That balance is rare, and when it happens, people don't click away. They lean in. What many viewers didn't realize at first is how rare moments like this actually are. Award shows are tightly choreographed environments. Every camera angle is planned, every reaction anticipated. Yet this moment slipped through untouched. That's why it felt alive. It wasn't designed to trend. It trended because it wasn't designed at all. As fans continued replaying the clip, something shifted. The conversation softened. Less speculation, more appreciation. People started saying it felt refreshing. Others said it reminded them why they fell in love with K-pop in the first place, not for the perfection, but for the humanity behind it. The laughter didn't divide fandoms. It connected them. That's also why retention stayed high. Viewers weren't just consuming content, they were participating in a shared pause, a collective breath inside a noisy industry. Every replay became an attempt to relive that feeling, the sense of witnessing something fleeting and real. Emotionally, this is where the hook tightens. Because deep down, audiences aren't chasing drama. They're chasing authenticity. And in those few seconds, authenticity won. Jennie didn't perform for the camera. Lisa didn't exaggerate for attention. G-Dragon didn't respond for headlines. Each of them simply existed in the moment. And that's why this story refuses to fade. Even now, long after the lights dimmed and the trophies were handed out, that clip continues to surface. Not because it promised answers, but because it allowed space for feeling. It reminded people that sometimes the most powerful moments aren't loud. They're quiet. They pass quickly. And if you blink, you miss them. If you stayed until now, you already understand. This wasn't about a joke. It wasn't about reactions. It was about presence, about being human in a place built for spectacle. And the next time an unexpected laugh slips through the cracks of a perfect broadcast, remember this moment. Because those are the ones that stay with you long after the show is over.